the blood-drenched body of her husband Larry lying on the floor.
My husband's laying in the middle of the floor and he's not moving. I don't know if he's even alive, and the house has been ransacked. Please, hurry and get here.
Fatally taken out by a phantom killer while awaiting the opening kickoff of the big game.
He's been trying to stay away from watching Super Bowl.
The mysterious murder of Larry Fenton would shatter the seaside serenity of picturesque Clearwater, Florida, and bring a tragic end to an ill-fated marriage worthy of a Lifetime TV movie.
My husband was wonderful, perfect. I had never experienced a love like that in my life.
The midlife romance of Larry and Rebecca had unexpectedly blossomed when she was in her late 30s and he in his early 50s. And they caught each other's eye at the gym.
He looked like Clint Eastwood.
Larry was just as smitten with the beautiful and glamorous Rebecca.
And we did fall in love very quickly and started talking marriage very, very early on.
How long into your relationship did Larry propose, and how did he do it?
3 months.
3 months. This is a whirlwind romance.
We were in love. Yeah, it happened very quickly for both of us.
Did you know he was the one?
Yes, I knew.
Rebecca and Larry would soon be married in Clearwater and then had another wedding 4 months later in Laughlin, Nevada. This time for Rebecca's friends and family members who missed the first one.
Yeah, my second wedding was that of a princess. It was the gown and the flowers and the bling and it was all of it.
And Rebecca says Larry was the handsome prince she'd been waiting for all her life. A successful architect who'd gone on to make his fortune in the surgical equipment business.
He was respected. He was humble. Didn't speak very often. When he did, he made a lot of sense, or he made a firm point.
Rebecca says he was also a perfect gentleman who treated her like royalty from the day they met.
What was it like being married to him?
I felt like the first lady. Doors were just automatically open for you.
Including those of a beautiful home Larry bought for the two of them.
I knew I had it good. I knew it was a fairy tale life.
Suddenly, the one-time nurse's aide was enjoying all the luxurious trappings of being a spoiled real housewife of Clearwater.
Oh, I didn't have to work anymore.
But after just 3 years of marriage, their dream would suddenly come crashing down one lazy Super Bowl Sunday afternoon.
He was going to order pizza, take a nap, and then get up around 6 o'clock to watch the game.
Rebecca says she went to their detached home gym to work out, never imagining she would be the last person to see Larry alive.
What is the last thing you said to your
I
husband?
said, I love you. I said, I love you. He said, I love you too.
Less than 2 hours later, Rebecca says she walked back into their house to find Larry lying motionless in a pool of blood on the floor of their foyer at the foot of the stairway leading to the second story.
I just remember going real hazy. I started screaming, Larry, Larry. And then I saw this pool of blood that was probably 6 inches all the way around his body.
Turning his white shirt a dead red.
Did you call 911?
Not right away. I tried to take his pulse at first. And then I looked into the great room and could see that our house was in disarray. And I started yelling. I told him to hold on. I thought that Larry was okay because his eyes were open. And I ran upstairs.
Where Rebecca found more rooms ransacked.
Came back down the stairs, touched him again, tousled his head a little bit, told him, hold on, honey, and I ran outside and called 911.
My husband's laying in the middle of the floor and he's not moving. I don't know if he's even alive, and the house has been ransacked. Please, hurry and get here.
Rebecca sounds hysterical and desperate.
I think he's dead. I think my husband might be dead, but if you hurry, maybe he's alive and you can help.
Okay, ma'am, we have the rescue is responding right now.
But medics confirm Larry is indeed dead from 4 gunshot wounds to his neck and his back.
And by the time he hit the floor, the blood evidence shows that he never moved again.
It immediately appeared to police that Larry had been killed in the course of a robbery. Drawers had been pulled out and cabinet doors left open throughout the home, their contents strewn over the floors of the bedrooms and living areas. And Larry's Jeep was missing from the driveway.
At first, you believe this was
possibly a random act of violence.
Yes, initially.
But on closer examination, detectives noticed that, apart from his car, nothing of any real value had been stolen. Not even Larry's wallet, stuffed with cash.
You didn't buy it.
Didn't buy it. I started to see that this ransacking of the residence wasn't ransacking at all. There were things that were knocked over, say off bookshelves. It looked like somebody just took their hand and just knocked the books off the shelf onto the floor.
Just didn't make sense.
To what end? That doesn't accomplish anything. So as we started looking at this, I believe that this was a staged crime scene.
Then, as detectives and forensic experts are sweeping the home for more clues, Rebecca does something odd as she was speaking with cops on the sidewalk.
Rebecca was, on video, laughing and joking.
Next, that mysterious smile suddenly turns the grieving widow into a suspect in the murder of her own husband.
How do you explain that?
That's when I was on the news with a smile on my face.
Looking like the proverbial merry widow while being questioned by cops on the sidewalk.
All smiles while she was still on the scene of her husband's murder.